Hello, my dear students of 6th primary. Today we are going to have some revision on all our syllabus. And I wish all of you understand all the examples which we are going to have. Let us start. Let us start by the first question, which is choose the correct answer from brackets. The first example is Z intersection N equals. Is it Z or Z positive or N or Z negative? Yes, that's correct. Z intersection N equals N. Then 3 plus absolute negative 3 equals what? Is it 6 or 0 or 3 or 9? You know that absolute negative 3 is going to be 3. So 3 plus 3, then the answer is going to be 6. Another example. 2 to the power of 3 multiplied by 2 to the power of 4 equals what? Is it 2 to the power of 12, 2 to the power of 7, 2 to the power of 1, or 2 to the power of 8? At the very beginning, you are going to notice that you have the same base, 2 and 2. And then you are going to multiply. So the result, you are going to write the base and add the powers. Then the result will be 2 to the power of 7. Another example, negative 1 to the power of 4, negative 1 to the power of 3. Is it smaller, greater, equal, or smaller than or equal? At the very beginning, you are going to notice that negative 1 to the power of 4, the power is an even number. So the result will be 1. And here, negative 1 to the power of 3, the power is an odd number. So you are going to notice that the result will be negative 1. So 1 and negative 1, you are going to notice that negative 1 to the power of 4 will be greater than negative 1 to the power of 3. Another example, the equation x squared plus 3 equals 4 is of which degree? Is it of the first degree, second, third, or fourth? You are going to notice that the greatest power of x is x to the power of 2. So the greatest power is 2, then it is going to be of the second degree. Another example, the image of 1 and 2 by translation x plus 1 and y minus 2 is what? Is it 1 and negative 2, or 1 and 2, or 2 and 0, or 2 and 2? At the very beginning, you know that a point plus the translation gives you the image. So the point is 1 and 2. What about the translation? Yes, it is 1 and negative 2. So point plus translation means 1 plus 1 equals 2. And 2 plus negative 2 equals 0. So the result will be 2 and 0. Another example, if x equals 3, y equals negative 4, then 2xy equals what? Is it negative 12, negative 2, negative 1, or negative 24? What's the meaning by 2xy? It means 2 times x times y. So it is 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by negative 4. You are going to obtain a result as negative 24. Then 2xy equals negative 24. Another example, volume of cuboid of base dimensions 8 centimeters and 10 centimeters, and height 7 centimeters, is 80, 70, 150, or 560 centimeters squared. First of all, you know that volume of cuboid equals length times width times height. So it is 8 multiplied by 10 multiplied by 7. So you are going to obtain a result as 560 centimeters cubic. Another example, if A is subset of 3, negative 8, 7, intersection 8, 7, and negative 3, then A equals what? Is it negative 8 or 7 or negative 3 or 3? First of all, what's the intersection between these two sets, 3, negative 8, 7, and 8, 7, negative 3? Intersection means the common elements between the two sets. What about the common elements? It is only the 7. So as A is a subset of it, then A must be equal, that's correct, equal 7. So A equals 7. Another example, if x plus 7 equals 3, then solution set equals what if x belongs to z positive? Is it 4, negative 4, 5, or 3? First of all, as x plus 7 equals 3, so you are going to find the value of x to be 3 minus 7, which gives negative 4. Is negative 4 one of the elements which belongs to z positive? Of course not. So we can say that the solution set equals 5. Another example, the measure of the angle representing quarter of the circle is what? Is it 90, 180, 360, or 270? Quarter of the circle means 1 over 4 of the circle. So 1 over 4 of 360 gives 90 degrees. Then the measure of the quarter of the circle is 90 degrees. Another example, area of circle of diameter 7 centimeters is what? Where pi equals 22 over 7. Is it 22, 44, 154, or 38.5? At the very beginning, you know that area of circle equals pi r squared. So first of all, you have to find the radius. What about the radius? Radius is diameter divided by 2, half the diameter. So it is 7 divided by 2 gives 3.5 centimeters. Now you obtain the radius as 3.5 centimeters. Then what about the area of the circle? Yes, that's correct. Area of circle equals pi r to the power of 2. So it is 22 over 7 multiplied by the radius to the power of 2. Then it is 22 over 7 multiplied by 3.5 to the power of 2, which gives a result as 38.5 centimeters squared. So we are going to choose the choice which says 38.5. Another example, if absolute k equals 3, then k equals what? Is it 3, negative 3, negative or positive 3, or 0? You know that the answer, the result is 3. Then what about the value of k inside the absolute? It may be positive 3 or negative 3. So we can say that k is negative or positive 3. Another example, probability of certain event equals what? Is it 0, 1, half, or 0.9? What about certain event? It is the sure event, exactly. So its probability is going to be 1. Another example. Complete the following: half, quarter, 1/8, 1/16. And then we want to write another fraction. You are going to notice that half, it is 1/2, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16. The same numerator in all the 4 fractions. What about the denominator? 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16. So the numerator is the same 1 and the denominator is multiplied by 2. Then what about the next number? Yes, the next fraction is going to be 1 over 16 times 2, which is 32. So the result is 1/32. Another example. 116 plus 190 plus negative 116 equals 116 plus negative 116 plus 190. This is one of the properties you have taken for addition. Which property is it? Yes, that's correct. It is commutative property. Another example. Z minus 0 equals what? You notice that the Z contains Z positive, 0, and Z negative. So when we take out the set 0, then the result is going to be Z positive union Z negative. So Z minus 0 gives Z positive union Z negative. Another example. If probability of success is 80%, then probability of failure is what? You know that the whole probability of the class is going to be 1. So what about the probability of failure? Yes, probability of failure equals 100% minus 80% to give a result as 20%. Another example. Solution set of the inequality negative 2x greater than 4 is what in Z? First of all, negative 2x is greater than 4. To find the value of x, you are going to divide both sides by negative 2 to obtain x on one side and a number on the other side. But here you are going to take good care that you are going to divide by a negative number. So you are going to exchange your sign. Instead of greater, it will be smaller. Then x is going to be smaller than 4 divided negative 2. Then x is smaller than negative 2. In Z, what about the solution set of x smaller than negative 2? It's negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and so on. So we can say that the solution set is from negative infinite to negative 4 and negative 3. Another example. If A multiplied by B equals B and B is not equal to 0, then A equals what? A number multiplied by another number gives one of them. So A must be equal to 1. That's correct. Another example. If x plus 3 equals 5, then 9x equals what? At the very beginning, you know that x plus 3 equals 5. Then x equals, that's correct, 5 minus 3 to obtain a result as 2. Then what about 9x? 9x means 9 times x. So it is 9 multiplied by 2 to obtain a result as 18. The 9x equals 18. Another example. A box of 6 red balls and 9 green balls. A ball is chosen randomly, then the probability of obtaining a green ball is what? First of all, you know that you have 9 green balls and 6 red balls. What about their total? Their total will be 6 plus 9 to give 15. Then what about probability of the green balls? Yes, it is equal to 9 over 15, which is reduced to obtain a result as 3 over 5. Another example. The product of two negative integers is what? Yes, if the two integers are negative, then their product is going to be a positive integer. Another example. Find solution set of 2x plus 1 smaller than 7 in n and represent it on the number line. Then 2x plus 1 is smaller than 7. You are going to find the value of 2x. So 2x is smaller than 7 minus 1. Then 2x is smaller than 6. By dividing both sides by 2, you are going to obtain a result as x smaller than 3. What about x smaller than 3? Yes, the values of x less than 3 are 2, 1, and 0 in n. So we can say that the solution set is 0, 1, and 2. Another example. 2x minus 5 equals negative 21 in z. Can you find the value of x? Of course, yes. By adding both sides by 5, so 2x equals negative 21 plus 5 to obtain a result as negative 16. Then 2x equals negative 16, then x equals negative 8. So we can say that the solution set is negative 8. Another example. Find the midpoint of 2 and 1 and 8 and negative 3. Yes, you know that the midpoint equals 2 plus 8 divided by 2 and 1 plus negative 3 divided by 2. Then you are going to obtain a result as 5 and negative 1. Another example. If area of circle is 1,256 centimeters squared, find its circumference. First of all, you know that the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. So you must find first the length of the radius of this circle, given that pi is 3.14. You know that area of circle equals pi r to the power of 2. Then 1,256 equals pi, which is 3.14, multiplied by r power 2. What about r power 2? Yes, r power 2 equals 1,256 divided 3.14. Then r power 2 equals 400. What is the number if multiplied by itself gives 400? It's 20. So we can say that the radius of the circle equals 20 centimeters. Now to find the circumference of the circle, you know that circumference of circle equals 2 pi r. So it is 2 multiplied by 3.14 multiplied by the radius, which is 20, to obtain a result as 125.6 centimeters. Another example. Draw triangle ABC in which A 1 and 1, B negative 3, negative 1, and C 0 and negative 4. Then find graphically its image by translation 2 and 1. First of all, you are going to plot the two axes, the x-axis and the y-axis. plot the 3 points A, B, and C. A is 1 and 1. B is -3 and -1. And C is 0 and -4. Draw triangle A, B, C. Then find its image by translation you have taken. So A dash will be 1 and 1 plus the translation 2 and 1, obtain a result as 3 and 2. Then B dash equals -3, -1 plus 2 and 1 to obtain a result as -1 and 0. And what about C dash, the image of C? Yes, C dash equals 0 and -4 plus 2 and 1 to obtain a result as 2 and -3. Then try to plot these 3 images. So A dash will be, that's correct, 3 and 2. B dash equals, that's correct, -1 and 0. C dash will be, that's correct, 2 and -3. Then join A dash, B dash, then join B dash, C dash, and A dash, C dash. Then triangle A dash, B dash, C dash is the image of triangle ABC by the translation. Another example, find the result of 5 to the power of 3 times -5 to the power of 5 over -5 to the power of 6. At the very beginning, when you have such an example, you are going to notice that if you have negative base, so look at the power. If it is odd number, so the result will be negative. If it is even number, so the result will be positive. Then -5 to the power of 5, the power is odd, so the result will be negative. -5 to the power of 6, the power is even, so it will be positive. Then you are going to notice that the result will be -5 to the power of 8 over -5 to the power of 6. To the power of 6 is an even number, so it is positive. Then the result will be -5 to the power of 8 minus 6, which is -5 to the power of 2, which gives a result as -25. Another example, use properties of addition and multiplication in Z to find 46 plus 87 minus 100 plus 113 plus 154. You know that addition and subtraction have some properties, which are the closure property, commutative property, associative property, additive inverse, and neutral element. Then look carefully at this problem. You are going to notice that try to add 46 plus 154, then plus 87 plus 113, then minus 100. And this property is called commutative property. Then putting brackets as 46 plus 154 between brackets plus 87 plus 113 between brackets minus 100. And this is going to be associative property. When you add numbers between brackets, you are going to obtain 200 plus 200 minus 100. Then 400, which is 200 plus 200 minus 100, to obtain a result as 300. Another example, lateral surface area of cuboid is 112 centimeters squared, and its total surface area is 208 centimeters squared. Find the area of one of its bases. Of course, you know that lateral surface area of cuboid is the area of the faces of the figure. and the total, we add the two bases. So total surface area equals lateral surface area plus area of two bases. Then what about total surface area? It's 208 equals lateral surface area, which is 112, plus the area of the two bases. Then what about area of two bases? Yes, it is equal to 208 minus 112 to obtain a result as 96 centimeters squared, which is the area of the two bases. Then what about the area of only one base? Yes, it is 96 divided by 2 to obtain a result as 48 centimeters squared, which is the area of one base. Another example. Complete the following table, then represent the following data using pie chart or circular sectors. You have activity and percentage. Football, 40%. Basketball, 25%. Swimming, what percent? And art as 20%. We want first to complete this table. So swimming equals, the total is going to be 100. So it is 100% minus 40% plus 25% plus 20% to obtain a result as 15%. So the swimming is going to be 15%. Then we want to draw the pie chart. How can you draw the pie chart? First of all, find the angle which forms the football. Then football equals 40 over 100 multiplied by 360 to obtain a result as 144 degrees. Then what about basketball? It is 25%, means 25 over 100 multiplied by 360 to obtain a result as 90 degrees. What about swimming? It's 15%, so 15 over 100 multiplied by 360 to obtain a result as 54 degrees. And finally, what about art? Art equals 20%, which is 20 over 100 multiplied by 360 degrees to obtain a result as 72 degrees. Then, to draw the pie chart, you are going first to draw a circle of radius about 4 centimeters. Then, draw the radius, the first radius. Try to draw an angle of measure 144 degrees. Then, this is going to be the football. After that, try to draw an angle of measure 90 degrees. Then, it is going to be the basketball. And then, try to measure an angle of measure 54 degrees, which represents swimming. And finally, draw an angle of measure 72 degrees, which represents the art. Now, you have plotted the pie chart for the 4 activities. By the end of this example, we have reached the end of our lesson. I wish all of you understood all the problems. Thank you and goodbye.